Good morning, YouTube. Let's see here. Going through our usual rigmarole. Heading down the road. And as you can see, I done got in the habit. I don't do it while I'm not gonna admit to nothing, but I pull the heck over to start my morning conversation, to start my morning life. I'm getting in the habit. I have seen more and more as a truck driver. I've seen more and more of these AI cameras. Each state has, I've seen a minimum of three in each state that I've spotted them. And they say they're only active if there's a cop up the road. But why would you want to put your job on the line by holding that camera and hoping there's not a cop waiting for you up the road? Let's say that. I said that first. But then you don't think that they got the cops out there for test run. You don't think that they will hook that up to like like they do the the what you call it, the red light cameras. You don't think that they probably have, because if you spent $400,000 for this rig, you don't think they ain't hooking that up to take a picture of your plate and send you this ticket, and you're not getting it. Put that camera, put that phone down. Look. I know as a truck driver, it's not easy. The good old days, you had, way back in the days when it was cassette decks, you had a case full of cassette decks of music to listen to, or you scroll the radio. Um, you're trying to keep your head, because you can get mesmerized by the road. I remember, I remember years ago, I was looking at the back of uh, the back lights of a car, and it looked like it just flew off into the night. It took off like something out of ET. So I mean, I remember, and I know that you can get mesmerized by the road. So you're trying to have something to keep your mind engaged. That's why a lot of times, you know, we we as truck drivers will listen to people's YouTubes, hit your channel, listen and whatever, and you have it in your hand because you're scrolling. You look down real quick, you're scrolling because you're trying to get your mind engaged so you can get down the road. But there's laws against that, and it's a danger. These people don't know your abilities or whatever, and I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. But when you look down that split second, next thing you know, you'd be in another lane. And yes, but the the fines are astronomical, and no company truck driver can pay a $2,600 fine. I mean, you're freaking done. Ain't nobody got that. Nobody has that. That's freaking ridiculous. But if it's gonna force you to put it down, put it on a mount, whatever. And I've gotten in the habit, thank you Jesus, that if I got to touch my phone, I pull over, and I'm gonna stay in that habit because I cannot afford. I cannot afford it. I can't. I can. I'm barely getting by now. These things are what. Uh, what's going on here. I gotta. I gotta start working every 10 hours to get down the road to get enough time. Enough miles under my belt to get a decent check. It is what it is, brother. I made this choice. But in the beginning, it was pure survival. In the beginning, I, I I don't know how I can even explain it. I was just hurting. I was in a loveless marriage. I had the typical black narcissist woman. Everything was my fault. and F me and F my life. Good morning, good morning. Sorry if I don't acknowledge you. I'm driving. I see someone just popped in. The typical black narcissist woman treated me like dirt. But here's the thing, and I'm not making excuses. I'm just telling you, giving you a background. This is how I grew up. My father's constantly cheating on my wife every time constantly cheating on my mother. Excuse me. And when she found out, they fought. And they fought big time. And he beat on her. And I watched this over and over. I'm the product of a blended family. My father brought 3 kids in on his side, and my mother brought 3 kids in on her side. And my mother and father together had 2 kids. We got the brunt of everything. Every time you see these TV shows where kids hate each other or whatever, they hated me. I don't give a. They could get on here and lie. They hated me, and all I wanted was a big brother. All I wanted was a big sister. I finally had it out. I finally had it out with one of my brothers. I said, I spent my whole life trying to be your little brother, but you don't want it. So enough's enough. So I love you as a brother, but then after that, I'm done. I'm not. I've had enough. And this is what I lived, and all I wanted, and I needed counseling, still do. All I wanted was someone to give a flying F-U-C-K about me. That was my whole life. My time zone. I see someone said my time zone. If you have questions, put it in uh, capital letters so I can see it. My time zone. I'm in East. I'm in Eastern time zone. But the fact is, I spent my whole life looking to be loved, looking for friendship, looking for whatever. And that was my mistake. I needed to learn how to love myself first. I needed to learn how to give a crap about myself first. I needed to, and I didn't know this till now. Be damned with everybody else. And I'm not saying that in a mean way, but right now, I give a flip about me. Right now, I care about my well-being. Why you think that I'm doing this 30-day low-carb challenge? Yesterday, I had a craving, last 2 days, I had cravings, but I stuck to my guns. Last days, I wanted. I said, well, I should just give up. I should just keep going. I should just go get me and eat what I want. I'm gonna die anyway. I should just eat what I want. But I said, no, bump this. I need to continue. Oh Lord, didn't you listen? Would you love this? Hey, morning, morning, Crooked Beach. I said, but I did because something in me said, enough's enough. Stop listening to this bull crap. You done went this long. Enough's enough. Stop engaging in the negative energy, and lift yourself up. And that's what and lift yourself up. You can do this. And the problem with a lot of us, and I'm saying me, we don't know how to let stuff go. A lot of this, and I'm saying me, for new people that come in and they're like, who are you talking to? I'm talking about myself. Because I'm in this truck by myself. I'm talking to myself. I'm driving down the road by myself. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about myself. And the thing is, the thing is that you don't know how much you have swallowed in your past. You don't know how much pain you have swallowed so far down that I made it a point to say, well, I guess this is normal. Well, it's not normal. And I was reminded a few days ago, and I literally started crying. This month is the month that marks, I don't remember the day because I think I deleted the picture on my phone. I went all the way back and I didn't see it. I deleted the picture on my phone of the truck accident that I was in 10 years ago this month, where I almost lost my life. And you know how people, I'm not afraid of death, and I'm not this, and I'm not that. F that crap. This was the most terrifying, next to me and being mauled by two Great Pyrenees. This was the most terrifying thing that's ever happened to me. You know, I was, I tried to, I'm in the trucking industry. I was trying to match the energy of this narcissistic person that I was with. I was trying to match the energy with this narcissistic person that I broke up with. I don't know if I broke up or she broke up with me or whatever. I was trying to get back with this narcissistic person because I believed that I needed to be loved. I needed to be I needed that. I needed that. And I was so struggling. I was driving the truck, and all I could see was nothing but darkness. All I could see was nothing but darkness. I'm surprised I'm still here. I'm surprised I didn't do what, people that go through that, and all I could see was nothing but darkness. And I remember it was the last ditch effort, and it was the last ditch effort on the phone, and I think it was a text. And I finally gave up, and I said, I hate you. I don't want to ever hear from you again. And because it was not reciprocated, and I remember that it was so painful that I cried myself to sleep because I was lost, bruh, I was lost. And in that moment, I remembered I set my clock because I was teaching this other guy to drive. I was working for a company. Um, I was working for a company called Celadon. If you look on that thumbnail, that was the company I was working for. They went out of business. I was working for a company called Celadon, and I woke up because I hit my alarm. Woke up. I woke up and said, "Well, let me get up and get in the passenger seat and talk to this, and talk to my trainee, see how he's doing or whatever." And something told me. I heard a whisper. I swear to you, I heard a whisper say, "Go back to sleep." And I was like, "Okay," because I usually would get up an hour before and talk to my trainee, and then take over driving. My whole life, everything I own was in that truck. And I said, well, I just got to keep on going. I got to keep on. Someone will want me. Someone will want to be with me. I'll be okay. I kept on saying that. And I went back to sleep. I woke up to the most terrifying existence. I was in the back. I'm butt ass naked. I got underwear on and socks. Took my glasses off. The curtain was on fire. The truck was careening out of control. I'm screaming, not knowing what's going on. I mean, yelling, no bass in my voice, screaming at the top of my lungs. What's happening? I lost it. And I looked up. The curtain that closes from the front of the tractor to the back of the tractor was on fire. I didn't think to grab my glasses because I was just terrified. I'm screaming. I'm screaming. There's no bass in my voice, guys. I'm screaming, and I'm yelling it. God help me. God save me. What's going on? And the trainee reached through the curtain. I grabbed my arm and dragged me naked out of that truck on fire. We had careened a mile marker, I think it was 130, on I-40, right outside of Little Rock, Arkansas, and we careened into the median. And that's the only thing that saved us. We straightened out, but the truck was on fire. And that was before Amazon. Amazon had their own trailers. It was the Amazon load. All that stuff. We careened on it, and I'm outside of this truck with nothing on, no shirt, no pants, no glasses, no shoes, screaming at the top of my lungs. Screaming to God, why? Whatever the fuck I did, I'm sorry. Why is this happening to me? Why me? I was freaking hysterical. I'm even lost for words thinking about it right now. I was freaking hysterical. Everything I owned was in that truck. And it burnt down to the ground. My trainee clipped another truck, because that's why when you see, if you ever see me driving and there's a truck on the side of the road, he came out into the road, but my trainee, he was not used to the perception, because your perception, the reaction of your perception, my reaction is going to be a whole lot different than someone brand new that's been driving all night. Because I'm looking a mile ahead. I'm keeping my eye. Hey, he looking like he getting a bit close. And normally moving, by the time he figured it's too late, and he clipped on the passenger side, and that diesel tank blew up. There was fire, came in and was engulfed in the front of the cab. Fire all the way on the top. If I'd have stood up, I'd have been on fire. This is what happened. And, I remember I'm screaming, why me? I want to live. What if I did so bad that I deserve this? Nobody loves me. Nobody cares about me. Nobody gives a fuck about me. Nobody wants me. What the fuck am I going to do? Everything I got is burnt up in that truck. I don't deserve this. But 10 years later, I realized something. 10 years later, a good woman, a great friend, 10 years later, I realized that God, not the white Jesus y'all see, but God decided that I done made too many bad decisions, too many mistakes, too many wrong choices, too many foolish decisions that a drastic intervention needed to be accomplished. And sometimes when you want to harden steel, not sometimes, when you want to harden steel, when you want to make a strong blade, when you want to make a strong structure that is made out of metal, when you want to make something and make the innermost being harder to be able to deal with the elements, to deal with society, to deal with it, you gotta put them through some fire. You gotta put the fire. You gotta put it to the fire. You gotta put it to the fire. And I literally went through the fire and watched all of my wrong decisions, all of my past pain, all of my sorrow burn up that night. And I remember crying out, Lord, I just want to live. Not like one, not not live to, just breathe. No, I want to do something. Why do you think I get out and why do you think can't stop walking? That comes from something. Why do you think but love mowing? That comes from something. And the cruising, that comes from something. Because I screamed out to God, I want to live. I want to have a life given. It might be corny to you, but through that pain, through that sorrow, I learned to live. When you go to my page, when you go to my page, the first video you see is me, Charles, and my wife Norma ziplining in Costa Rica. I would have never did that. I would have never did that mess ever. And that was the second time that we would zip line it. We zip line in Tennessee after a snowstorm. It was the craziest thing. I'm like, I don't believe I'm doing this, but I did it. I've been on cruises. I've been to other countries because God put people in my life to show me there's something to live for. God put someone in my life as crazy as a motherfucker to show me what there's something to live for. And you can have fun. God showed me that I can be loved and appreciated for me being me. That I can be cared for. God showed me how to shut up and be in a relationship and learn how to adapt and overcome and not be used and abused. Why do you think I get up every day and drive this daggone truck? Because I want that loved one to be proud of me. I keep moving forward. Why do you think I learned how? What is so funny? I didn't know nothing about lawns, still don't. I'll be effing up the front lawn, but the back lawn's looking real good now. Why do you think? Why do you think a 30-day 30-day low carb lifestyle change? Because I like the way One woman, not all women, one woman looks at me. One, one love, one person. She be swearing I'm going somewhere. You don't even know. I ain't going nowhere, Jack, because these gifts were given to me that night that I watched that truck burn down. Peach left A till I said, hey, yeah, she got to work. She gonna work on them chickens. And that's, be honest with you, yes, I like the way she looks at me. But now that I've, 10 years was given to me. I don't know what that is in seconds and in minutes and hours, but 10 years was given to me. You don't think I'm going to try to make that longer? You don't think I'm going to try to make that longer? Why I'm going to start living more healthier? You don't think I'm going to do something about that? You know what I'm saying? 10 years. Life is precious. Life is so precious. You don't realize it until it gets thrown in your face that you're about to lose it. Life is so precious. Don't don't forget. Don't relinquish. Don't let go of that fact. Because well, I'm gonna do that next year. I'm gonna do that next year. I'm gonna do that. Nah, bump that. I'm broke. We struggling. We trying to figure it out. But guess what? We going on a cruise out of San Diego. We going on a cruise to Alaska. We going on a cruise on the newest cruise ship. We going no bump that because of being brought through the fire. I learned. I had said, you know what? I got to figure out. I was saying to myself, I got to figure out how to live. I don't know how to live. And it was so funny. Right after my operation, Charles said, "Yeah, you want to go on a balloon ride?" And I'm in pain. I'm like, hell yeah! I took another painkiller and asked Norma to drive, and she, yeah, he's in pain. Yeah, I was in pain, but look, I might not have another chance to do something stupid and crazy like that. So I'm gonna get out and live my mother effing life. I don't care if I'm in pain. I've been pain in my brain for so long. I'm gonna enjoy something. And it's so funny. John said, "Why didn't you tell me?" Fuck that. Excuse my French. Screw that. But you see what I'm saying? You don't know if you'll ever get a chance again. So why don't you go ahead and go? Why don't you go ahead and do? Why don't you go ahead and let go? Learn how to have fun. My fun is different from your fun. If your fun is working in the garden, then work in the garden. If you're skipping to do that, to do mulch around and watching that plant, then do you, boo boo. If that's what your fun is, I'm not going to make fun of you. I'm going to cheer you on. Whatever brings you peace, you got to know. See, everybody thinks that God is like, I'm going to part the Red Sea and thou shalt not kill. And yeah, but y'all forget gluttony, you forget greed, you forget all of these other major sins All of that's still there. But we focus on certain little itty bitty sins. What kind of bullshit is that? Yeah, I'm saying it like that. You hypocrites, you sound like the Sadducees and Pharisees of the Bible. That's why when next time I get home, I'm breaking up. Charlie gave me the Ethiopian Bible. I've been putting this out, and I got to I got to wipe the dust off of it and see what what's missing. What's missing in this whole situation? But see, this is what I'm saying. God is the God of subtleties. I'm going to point you in the right direction because I got plans for you. You didn't turn from me even though you went through all of that. I just stopped going to church, but I ain't turned from God. I didn't say damn you and all this other stuff. No, I didn't turn from God. I just thought it was me. I didn't realize that. Look, I need to. You're so hard headed. I've been trying to whisper in your ear, so I gotta wipe your slate clean and start you over, so you can appreciate people. You can appreciate little things. You can appreciate how it is to be happy. Just like you guys be working in the garden. I love sitting in my yard, sitting in my driveway, having a couple of beers and figuring out how I'm gonna F up my lawn a little bit more. I got dead sod, for Pete's sake. I got a whole pallet out there that's got grass growing on it right now. And you know, that makes me the happiest person in the freaking world. I can't wait to get home to put more water on it. Waste more water. I can't wait to go home and get out and exercise. I was out of breath, but I was like, guys, keep going, keep going. I'm doing my knees to I had my arms out to my chest and was lifting my knees, and I'm like, and my body going, what you doing? My body going, what you doing? I did 5 sets of 10. I said, what you doing? I'm walking all the way back to the truck, lifting my knees up. I'm trying to change for the better. Because 10 years ago, I was given a second chance. Now it's time to move to the next level, don't you think? You got people with diabetes that keep on eating Snickers and Reese's peanut butter cups and candy. Nah, my buddy. Nah, my player. Nah. Why you being stupid? Why you being stupid? Nah, dog, I'm not with it. I want to keep going. I was going to fast all day yesterday, and I went to the it was like 6 o'clock last night, and I broke the fast by a bag of sliced cucumbers and Italian dressing, and then I put whatever was the Italian left on like I had a quarter bag of salad left. I didn't need, that's all I had. All I had was all of that fiber. I said, well, if I'm gonna break my fast, and they said that every time you break your fast, don't break your fast eating this other stuff. You negate what you're doing. So I said, you want to break your fast with something high in fiber. So that's what I did, and I didn't feel guilty. I see some other people come in. Hey, one morning, sorry, I'm driving and it's raining. So what you want? I didn't feel guilty because my main objective is to get control of this. My main objective is to get below get my A1C really, really below. So when I take my blood content right now, Yeah, I can't do it till I get home because I don't have the stuff. I want to be, when I check my blood levels at the same time, I need to be below 100. That means I'm not pre-diabetic anymore. I want to see my stomach before I go. Before I move on to the next life, I want to see my stomach. You might laugh when you get out of my face. The more my receding hair moves further back on my head, I want to see my stomach. I'm starting to see I'm starting to see and feel a few changes. Why not keep going? See, guys, this ain't for y'all. I'm talking into my spirit right now. This ain't for, if you wanna attach yourself to this conversation, good for you. But this ain't for y'all. I'm attaching myself to this positive spirit of moving forward in my life. Like right now, my fuel stop is in Gadsden, Alabama, which is the petrol up there. And guess what? I'm gonna park there. I'm gonna walk over to the Walmart. That's gonna at least give me 2 miles there and back to just get a few things, maybe a meat and some more salad, maybe some more cucumbers. You see what I'm saying? We're going to keep on going forward and living our lives and trying to be more healthy about it, because once I get the healthier, the whole part about, I'm going to start working on other things that I don't like about myself that I want to fix. I'm going to start working on other things, and I'm going to start repairing and fixing so that I can feel more better. I started realizing my step is getting lighter and lighter. And as a truck driver, boy, we big uns. We big back, big back. We big. Well, I don't want a big back no more. Big back can kiss my behind. And everybody, oh, you're gonna be so skinny. Well, I was supposed to be. If everything was normal, I wouldn't know what to do being skinny. But it's there. Oh man, I done burnt myself out. I done burnt myself out. Wait a minute. I'm gonna get right in Atlanta in the beginning of rush hour. Don't you just love it? Jesus. In the beginning of rush hour, I'm gonna be hitting Atlanta. Oh boy. Oh well. It is what it is. I see a lot of people. They just keep on going on TikTok. But my question is, do you not realize? And you had the chance with Kamala. So all you people making all that money on TikTok, that mess gonna disappear because they gonna force that they done passed the law. They gonna force it. It's gonna be forced off the air. I'm just saying. Y'all better come back. Y'all better come back to good old YouTube. It makes it hard for you to monetize. That makes it hard for you you to do whatever. Thank God I ain't trying to do this to make money, because I'd have been done gave up already. I'd have been pissed out of luck. I'd have been pissed. I'd have been pissed the heck out of luck. But that's all. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. It's all right. We gonna figure it out anyway. I ain't got no choice. Oh man, the stuff that I go through, I'm telling you, bro. Y'all don't even know. Oh shoot. But I'm grateful for, even though I'm grateful for all the trials and the tribulations that I've made through so far. Because I can say it like this: if I can do it, you can do it. If I didn't give up, why do you need to give up? You see what I'm saying, guys? You only got one life. Make plans. You know, a lot of times you don't think you can afford to go on a cruise. It's like a layaway. Just I ain't just been laying away lately. It's like a layaway. Put some money down on it. You can do it. Put some money down, and you pay a certain amount of money a month. After I put this other one, and I'm gonna start putting money down and getting a certain amount of getting caught up and all that stuff. You know what I mean? But you can do this. I don't know who needs to hear this, but you don't think that you got time or whatever. Next thing you know, that time is you done gave up your time. It's no more. Don't put yourself in that position. Look for something that you want to do and just do it. At least you say you did it. At least you say you tried. At least you say that you made it happen. That's all you can do for yourself. You know what I mean? That's all you can do for yourself. Well, guys, I done came short this morning, but I'm gonna go ahead and cut it short because all you're gonna hear is lum lum legum, and I'm just gonna cut this live short. And I said what I need to say, and I thank God for giving me another moment in my life, another day, another second, another minute, in 10 years of learning how to become a better man and become a man, even in my mid 40s, you know, early, mid 50s now. Because it was so funny. I asked my wife, I was afraid that is she gonna think I'm a simp or whatever, and I asked her, I said, "Do you think I'm a simp? Do you think I'm a wuss or whatever?" Because I appreciate it. She said, "So who told you?" She said, "Who told you that lie?" She said, "Who told you that lie?" Because in the last 10 years of being with her, I was able to grow and strengthen my self-esteem and strengthen my resolve and figure out my position in life and figure out who I wanted to be and how I need to be it. And I'm thankful for God giving me that chance. I'm thankful for God put family and friends in my life. I have a new family now. A wonderful woman, a really good close friend. And I'm just thankful for that because that's what I needed. God knows what you need. You just got to be prepared to receive it. You just got to be prepared to receive it. You don't know when your blessing's coming, but it's coming. You know what I mean? You don't know. You don't know when it's coming, but it's coming. So, guys, coming up at 7 o'clock, Wellness with Frugal Mama, Eddie Lugo Studios, and well, Eddie Lugo Studios after Wellness with Frugal Mama. Cruising is fun anytime after that. Check them out. Good people. They, they're very, 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 very nice people, and check them out. They're worth looking. Oh, is Mr. Terry back? Hey, if he is, tell him I say hey. But guys, I want to thank you for coming in this morning. Thank you for being a part of my life. I will see you guys tomorrow. And as always, you don't think someone loves you, know that I love you and God loves you. Also, be blessed. Don't be stressed. And make that decision to live a better life and live it to your fullest. And as always, I love you and God loves you also.